sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday night prime time. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
At the 50-yard line.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. Second and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
So they run the option here on first and 10. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Jets first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, right back to Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll go again with Hall. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Jets.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Four receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. Now it's Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
So here come the Patriots now on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And the talented young man took over as the full-time starter week 6 of last season, showed a ton of promise as a rookie, despite having minimal help around him. His talent and potential, vast. I expect him to have a huge second year in the NFL.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs.
So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
To the air, May. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Throwing here is May. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable here for Davis. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball again on second down. He can't get him down. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. And the Jets.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. On the counter, it's Hall. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd and 4. Back to throw, Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
22-yard line.
Hall again. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly, and most of the time, unsuccessfully.
Folks' kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kicks are away. Dances by him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he
bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson.
Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw, it's May.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Stephon Diggs, 71 yards.
And the Patriots are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Now Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. give up the middle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Ran it last time, now fields to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
In motion goes the tight end. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Second and goal.
Now they send a man in motion right. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room. Spread him out to one side.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Disastrous outcome there on third and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt.
Folk's kick is good.
And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Pats offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Looking to throw, May.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's May. He'll try and do this himself.
The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt.
For the Patriots.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And the Jets will take over. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him, because he is eating them up right now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Here's Fields.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Now Fields going to run.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, here's May. Open man, that's Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry from 17 yards out. And the Patriots are able to move back in front.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The extra point now for Borregales. And the lead is up to 5. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Oh, that is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They'll give to Hall.
And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Patriots take over. Looking to put a drive together.
It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll throw with May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll set up to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Patriots are able to add on to that lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Borregales now for the extra point.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Jets first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Fields now to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
To throw is Fields. Oh, nice move. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
It's a gain of 10.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here's Fields.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Now Fields going to run.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they go play action with May.
Complete to Diggs, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
At the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Douglas. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down is May.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Fields. They'll find Lazard here over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Motion man left is Lazard. There's a fake on the Jets, sweeping instead. A give to Hall up the middle.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. come out throwing here to start the drive. Shoves him aside. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
They're going to look to throw.
Finding room at midfield.
And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
46-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, May with it. Gets this complete to Butte. And he will have the Patriots first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
To the right side, this is Stevenson. Taken down at the 30.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing here is May. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
New York set to take the field. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
13 yards on the play. And the Jets first down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. They'll run. It's Hall. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
He's got the hook up to Lazard.
Fields pass. Complete to Alan Lazard. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll run with Hall.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line.
The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Hall again. And some room to run now. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 10-yard line. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Fields. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Nick Folk for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New England trying to get a place on offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Will McDonald there on the tackle.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
To throw, it's May. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And taken right at the 35. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. The visitors' offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Straight ahead is Hall. Ooh, the juke.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Milton Williams there on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Fields on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
In motion right is Wilson. Now Fields. Now and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Caleb Chesa, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Fields. He'll try and do this himself.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Looking to put a drive together.
And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The New York set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Looking to put a drive together.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Caleb Chason, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
From his goal line here, Fields.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one deep for Wilson.
They got his man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 63 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Allen Lazard, 28 yards. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
There it is, partner. You see it. Four fingers. What does that mean?
Four fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond.
Now Fields, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And able to get this out to the 25. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 78 yards on the ground so far for Stevenson, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to Stevenson on first down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Sherwood on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and
3
9.
points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
He finds Douglas complete.
Just too many short underneath throws. They've got to get the ball downfield.
And in a hurry.
A 1-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. That is caught. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Douglas. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
That's another Patriots first down. First down and goal to go.
Now 1st and goal. Here's Stevenson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
At the Jets 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Again, Stevenson.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
At the 6-yard line.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
Here's Fields. Now he's going to step up and run.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now out come the Jets. Looking to put a drive together. Back to throw. Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was onto it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On third down, here's Hall. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. New England's offense set to go.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The defense did its part. 3 points now. All they need as they work on second down. They run once more with Stevenson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And he will have a Patriots first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And the Patriots first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Stevenson gets it again on second down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
They'll run the jet sweep with Douglas. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
A loss of 2.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Looking to throw. May. Douglas with a grab over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
And he's got it. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Patriots first down.
That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still...
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.